Welcome. Welcome to the sixth lecture of the chapter Surface Chemistry. In the last lecture, we discussed about catalyst and catalysis. What are catalysts? Catalysts are those substances which alters the rate of chemical reaction without itself being consumed in the reaction. And the reactions are called catalysis. The phenomena is called catalysis. In this lecture, we'll start with enzyme catalysis. Now what are enzymes? Define करते हैं. Enzymes are the biological catalyst. बनते कहाँ पे हैं? Produced in the living cells. और काम क्या होता है? Which catalyze the biochemical reactions in the living organisms. So that's the definition of enzymes. Enzymes are the biological catalyst produced in the living cells which catalyze the biochemical reactions in the living organisms. And the reactions are called enzyme catalyzed reactions. Let's see some examples of enzymes and enzyme catalyzed reactions. Yes, first लेते हैं hydrolysis of cane sugar. What is cane sugar? Sucrose is called cane sugar, present in the sugar. Hydrolysis of cane sugar by the enzyme invertase. Enzyme invertase present in yeast. Mainly कहाँ होते हैं present ये? Yeast में. YEAST. So what the formula of sucrose? It is C12H22O11. It is being hydrolyzed by which enzyme? Enzyme invertase present in yeast to form equimolar mixture of glucose C6H12O6 and fructose C6H12O6. So your formation of equimolar mixture of glucose and fructose. Glucose and fructose. Glucose क्या होता है? It is a aldohexose sugar, and fructose it is ketohexose sugar, having the same formula but different structure and functional group. So that's the example of the enzyme invertase, also known as sucrase, which convert sucrose into glucose and fructose units. Second example लेते हैं conversion of maltose into glucose units by the enzyme maltase present in yeast. What the formula of maltose? It is same as that of sucrose. It is C12H22O11. It is being hydrolyzed by which enzyme? Enzyme maltase. ASE maltase. ये क्या है? maltose है. हमारा कंपाउंड कौन सा है? maltose. OSE to form 2 units of glucose C6H12O6. glucose. ठीक है. Take one more example. Conversion of glucose into ethyl alcohol, ethanol, by the enzyme gymase present in the yeast. So what is glucose? Glucose is C6H12O6. So it is being hydrolyzed by the enzyme gymase present in the yeast to form 2 moles of ethanol. Formula क्या होता है? C2H5OH and 2 moles of carbon dioxide. Ethanol and carbon dioxide. Ethanol aqueous phase में और carbon dioxide gaseous phase में. So your formation of ethanol from glucose कहाँ पे हो रहा है ये? By the enzyme gymase present in the yeast. Let's take some more examples. In our body, in our stomach, we have the enzyme pepsin. So pepsin hydrolyze, it converts proteins into smaller peptides. Similar, the pancreatic enzyme trypsin, it hydrolyzes proteins into amino acids. The lactobacilli enzyme present in the lactobacillus, it helps to convert milk into curd. So these are some of the examples of the enzyme catalyzed reactions. So that's about the enzymes and the examples of enzyme catalyzed reactions. Now we'll discuss the important characteristic features of enzyme catalysis. तो आप इसको नोट करो. Then we'll discuss the characteristic features of enzyme catalysis. Now we'll discuss the important characteristic features of enzyme catalyst in the enzyme catalysis. So we'll discuss 6 main features here, which are high efficiency, highly specific nature, highly active under optimum temperature, highly active under optimum pH. Then we'll discuss the increasing activity in the presence of activators and coenzymes. And last we'll discuss the influence of inhibitors and poisons. So let's discuss them one by one. First we have high efficiency. So enzymes are highly efficient in nature. इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? That each molecule of an enzyme can transform 1 million molecules of the reactants, 1 million molecules of the substrate per minute. So enzymes are highly efficient in nature, and we require enzymes in very minute quantity. That's the first property, first characteristic feature of enzyme catalyst. Second, highly specific nature. So enzymes are highly specific in nature. That means one enzyme cannot catalyze more than one reaction. Example लेते हैं. Suppose you have urease enzyme. So urease hydrolyze urea to form ammonia and carbon dioxide. So urease enzyme is highly specific only for urea. It does not hydrolyze any other amide molecules. Similarly, we have just seen now about invertase enzyme. So invertase hydrolyze only sucrose to form glucose and fructose. It will not hydrolyze maltose. For maltose, we have maltase enzyme. So each enzyme is highly specific for the given reaction. That means one enzyme cannot hydrolyze or cannot catalyze more than one reaction. Clear? Next, highly active under optimum temperature. So the rate of enzyme catalyzed reactions increases, becomes maximum at a definite particular temperature known as optimum temperature. And the optimum temperature range for the enzyme catalyzed reactions, enzyme activity is 298 to 310 Kelvin. So that's the optimum temperature range at which the enzyme activity is increased. The rate of enzyme catalyzed reactions increases. That is the highly active under optimum temperature. Next, highly active under optimum pH. So the rate of enzyme catalyzed reactions also increases at a particular pH, becomes maximum at a particular pH, and that pH is called optimum pH. And this is in between pH values 5 to 7. That means the enzymes best work in between 5 to 7 pH values. That is in between the slightly acidic to neutral pH values. That's the optimum pH range for the enzyme catalyzed reactions. तो ये हमारे फर्स्ट 4 प्रॉपर्टीज हो गए. आप इनको नोट करो. Then we'll discuss the 5th and the 6th characteristic features of enzyme catalyst. About the next feature, next characteristics of enzyme catalyst, that is increasing activity in the presence of activators and coenzymes. So the enzymatic activity increases in the presence of certain substances known as activators and coenzymes. Now first of all, what are coenzymes? Coenzymes are the non-protein components such as vitamin which are present along with the enzyme. And why they are present? They are present to increase the enzyme activity. Now what are activators? Activators are generally metal ions such as sodium ion, magnesium ion, cobalt ion, copper ion, which are weakly bonded to enzyme. And why they are weakly bonded to enzyme? Same, to increase the enzymatic activity. Clear? So that's about the fifth property. Next, sixth में आते हैं, influence of inhibitors and poisons. So just like catalyst, here also in case of enzymes, the enzymatic activity decreases in the presence of certain substances known as inhibitors and poisons. And how they inhibit or completely destroy the activity of enzymes? They interact by binding with the active functional groups of the enzymes which are present in the active site or some other site known as allosteric site. And that's how they will reduce or completely destroy the enzymatic activity. And most of the drugs, they are using this concept. They will bind to the active functional group of the enzyme and thus reduce its activity or completely destroy its activity. Okay, so that's about the characteristics of enzyme catalysis. Now we'll discuss about the mechanism of enzyme catalysis. तो आप इसको नोट करो, fifth and the sixth feature of the enzyme catalysts. Then we'll discuss about the mechanism of enzyme catalysis. अब आते हैं mechanism of the enzyme catalyzed reactions. So it has been found that the enzyme particles, they contain large number of cavities on their surface, and these cavities are of characteristic shape and they contain some active functional groups such as alcoholic group, carboxyl group, amino group, thiols, etc. So these groups are present in these cavities. So we can say that these are the active centers. These are the active sites present on the surface of the enzyme. And the substrate molecules or the reactant molecules having complementary shape will fit into these cavities, just like the key fit into a lock, forming an activated complex known as enzyme substrate complex, which then decomposes to form product. In short, we can say that the substrate bind with the active site of the enzyme with the help of these functional groups, forming unstable enzyme substrate complex. It is a reversible reaction. It is a fast step which then decomposes to form product, and it is the slowest step. It is the rate determining step. Now this binding of the substrate or the reactant molecules with the enzyme particles, this binding is explained with the help of two models known as lock and key model and the induced fit model. Let's explain them one by one. First of all, lock and key model. So according to lock and key model, the substrate or the reactant particles which lands into the active site of the enzyme is acting like a key here. So key fit into a lock. Substrate fit into the active site of the enzyme. So we can say that the shape of the active site of a given enzyme is such that a specific substrate can fit into it. specific substrate only can fit into the active site of the enzyme, just like a key fit into a lock. So it is a rigid model. Clear? अब आते हैं induced fit model में. So now, according to the modern X-ray studies and spectroscopic methods, it has been found that the enzyme particles, they undergoes some changes. They undergoes some change. और ये change कब आ रहा है? When the substrate molecules lands into the active site of the enzyme. And this distortion in the shape of the enzyme, that will decide whether that key will fit into a lock or not. Clear? So in this case we can say that the substrate induce कर रहा है, change ला रहा है, induce the active site to adapt a perfect fit. और fit कब आएगा? Due to some distortion, rather than a rigidly shaped lock and key model. तो यहां पे कुछ changes आ रहे हैं in the active site of enzyme, in the shape of the enzyme, ताकि हमारा एक particular substrate उस active site पे bind कर सके. Clear? And this model is also known as hand in a glove model. In this case, glove is the active site of the enzyme and hand, they act as the substrate. So that's about the two models, lock and key model and the induced fit model, to explain the binding of the substrate in the active site of the enzyme. So that's about the mechanism of enzyme catalyzed reactions with the help of this figure and the two models which can be used to explain the binding of the substrate with the enzyme particles. तो आप इसको नोट करो. Then we'll discuss about the shape selective catalysis by zeolites. अब आते हैं shape selective catalysis में. Let's define what are shape selective catalysis. So these are those catalytic reactions which depend upon the pore structure of the catalyst, the cavities of the catalyst, the pore structure of the catalyst and the size of reactant and the product molecules. So that's the definition of shape selective catalysis. क्या होते हैं? Those catalytic reactions which depend upon the pore structure of the catalyst and the size of reactant and product molecules. And the most famous shape selective catalysts are zeolites. Zeolites, because of their honeycomb-like structure. And it has been observed that the pore size of zeolites vary in between 260 picometer to 740 picometer. That the pore size of the zeolites. So depending upon the pore size and depending upon the size of reactants and products, the reactions occur in a specific manner. For example, we have ZSM5. It is a zeolite. इसका काम क्या होता है? It is a catalyst which convert alcohols to gasoline. Gasoline क्या? Hydrocarbon है with the high octane number. So in this case, the alcohol is dehydrated. Water molecules are removed from the alcohols in these cavities of ZSM5, and we have formation of gasoline, hydrocarbon with high octane number. So that's about shape selective catalysis along with example. And that's about today's lecture, in which we discuss about enzymes, enzyme catalysis, characteristic of enzymes, then mechanism of enzyme catalysis, and at last we discussed about shape selective catalysis. So that's about the today's lecture. See you in the next lecture. Till then, thank you or namaste.